Hey there, welcome back to Sea Power. This is the second part to the third mission of the campaign. And we managed to do some damage against a couple of submarines in the GIUK gap, or rather, who were hoping to transit the gap. Unfortunately, we haven't found them all yet, so better get back to work, doing more awfully slow warfare. Out of nowhere, the Wren's exploded. She's been hit by a 53 65K. Origin unknown. I have no idea where that came from. We do have a new passive contact 7012. Here. That's our submarine down there. I know you don't have a lot of fuel left, but I'm going to retask you anyway. If they torpedoed one, they might have torpedoed more. Launch the helicopters. Heart. Launch it. Where the fuck did that come from? Could have come from him. No. Couldn't. Shit, there's something else in the area. Okay. I wasn't expecting this group to be engaged. Now know, sort of, where the... Hold on, let me do some calculations. Where that Tango is at. Because... that Tango there carries this out to 10-mile range. So, the submarines is somewhere inside this area. It is somewhere inside this area. I suspect it might be to the northeast. So I'm going to search this area first. And just preemptively, I'm going to tell my other ships to get the hell out. Because I don't want to have the same thing happen to them. 7012 faded. There he is again. Look at how close he is. 0.71. This buoy kind of luckily picked him up. I've just saturated this whole area with sonar buoys and it's paying off. Yeah, you might want to try and run, but we're not having that. Above the layer, actually. There. Come on, gentlemen. Get your birds up. And start aggressively sweeping the area here. No, that's the wrong spread. There. You're going to do that one, which ends there. You control shift right click there. Sweep it. Disregard that waypoint. Go hunting. Yorktown, floor it. We are not staying here. Because they got more of those torpedoes. You. I doubt it's going to be that way, though. Hold on. He's going to drop a few. Okay, back to the south. Hostile. Type? Could be anything. This guy's almost out of fuel, so I'm just going to drop 2 torpedoes at him. And turn around and fly back to base. The other one has much more fuel. And can also start dropping some active sonar buoys. Just to be on the safe side. Because I am not losing this guy again. Do we have any additional helos we can send? Nope. You're rearming Underwood? Don't think so. Nope. Everybody's out busy. So my assumption that we're hunting a submarine here is entirely false. That means we're going to have to hunt this guy somewhere else. I could send the P3 out to help as well, but these things are not fast. 90 miles, if you're flying 265 miles, is about a quarter of an hour. I hope to have that thing dead twice over by then. Oh, I don't know if I can get that far. Come on, please throw it. Just throw it, just throw it, just throw it. Oh, you got a minimum range on that. Oh, away. 2 away. Beautiful. That'll give this guy something to worry about and force him to speed up. If he wants to do something about it. They've both locked onto something. What you got down there? What is that? Because I suspect it's our boomer friend who's trying to get out. I just want to make sure. Torpedo is following. Changing course. Changing depth. He's doing 20 knots now. 400 feet. Heading northwest. There. Yep. That's the target. Right there. Torpedo changing course to match. He's not even throwing noisemakers. He has to be aware that he's under attack. Has to be. Oh, please don't get confused. Where are you going? They're both completely missing the point. This second active buoy is going to have to pick him up. Because at this point, I don't really know where he's at anymore. He's close to the Mark 46s, that's for sure, but for some reason, both of the Mark 46s completely fluffed it. The hell? This is one slippery customer. That buoy's what, 2 miles out? What? Did my Mark 46 for some reason lock on to the target 184 miles west? I would find that incredibly difficult to believe. Though this is sea power, stranger things have happened. I know a few things about this Tango. He's not fast, so he can't run very well. He launched that torpedo within 10 miles of the Rents. He had to, because that's the maximum range. And he can't have gone very far either. Supposedly he's at 400 feet. I mean, active above the layer. There. Do we have any more helos available? Because I thought everybody was coming home to rearm. Okay, Mad Fox, you're not doing much of anything. I'm going to retask you anyway. If only for the fact that you have 8 torpedoes with you. This thing is going way down into the depths. Even now, I cannot find it. That's an active buoy above the layer. Throw one below. Ah, there you are. Who picked you up? Active sonar. And he's running. Unfortunately, we got 2 torpedoes and that's it. That's it. Okay. Do we have any additional helos available? I don't think so. Yorktown launched. Actually, we do. We do. Send it up there. Alright. We're going to bypass him. We're going to attack him from the front. He has to go. We already lost him? What? How is this thing so quiet? And how did it shake off 2 of my Mark 46s, which were basically looking at it? I got some hope for this one. It's clearly acquired something. Nope. 400 feet. What sort of stealth coding does this thing have? "400 feet below the layer." Above the layer, 331. So he's below the layer. Then why is this passive buoy not picking him up? Because he should be almost on top of it. Is it too loud? You shouldn't... I'm not sure if that's going to be a problem if you're looking for something below the layer. Oh well. In the meanwhile, we still have to find something else here. And so far, we're not having a whole lot of luck. Because these guys have completed their spread and found nothing. Now, based on what I've just seen in the south, I am not surprised. I was heading that way. The Wakehomer... The Wakehomer needs a wake, but that doesn't mean the AI doesn't send it on at you head on. It just means the torpedo will turn around. Start laying a spread. I probably won't have enough. No, not that one. Yeah, that one. You up? Good. There. Just gonna saturate the area with sonobuoys, because he has to be in here somewhere, but I just highly, highly find it unlikely he's over there. So that would put him like down here. Wait. 7013. That's him again. Well, we have him again. He's noisy. Attack. He's still at 400 feet. The torpedo is supposedly very close. 0.4 miles. But if you're at 90 feet and he's at 400, good luck. You've completely missed it again? What the hell? I am so confused about these torpedoes right now. How are they constantly missing the target? If he was throwing out noisemakers, I would have some more understanding for that. But he's not. He's just not. RTB. They're gonna stick around because you got torpedoes on you. Actually, no. Let's go home, get more buoys. Some mission, this one. Wait, he's on a course 122? He's southeast? He's heading back southeast? Possible. Go. Sea Sprite pilots are having a very busy day. Reacquired, finally. 0.6 miles away, and we have him. He's just continuing his course. 301 now. This torpedo doesn't have a great seeker, but if a submarine's traveling that fast and you get a passive listener head, what's keeping you from actually attacking this thing? I don't quite get it. Anyway, we're gonna throw a salvo 2 on top of this target. And see if that'll actually kill him. Two and a half miles. 2 miles. Let's just plot his course before he disappears again. Send it. 1, 2. The problem is I only have 3 sonobuoys left, and this is one of those birds that I cannot rearm. So we're gonna have to use whatever weapons and sonobuoys we have, and then it's basically discarded. Yes, you can fly over targets with a MAD if you really feel like it, but I don't think that's likely. Come on. Trail it, hunt it, and kill it. No! Where? On station. He's in the shadow zone. Piece of shit. Okay. From what I understand, you have a layer, right? Like a thermal layer in the water. He is not strictly above the layer or below the layer. He's kind of at the layer. Which is why my torpedoes are probably having such a hard time engaging the bastard. Because the shadow zone is the area where you're almost perfectly invisible. That's where he's at. And he's just flanking it at 460 feet. See, this is below the layer at 390. Actually, sorry, I don't know where the layer is. 460. This is where the sonobuoy is. What I still don't understand is why are we not picking up a submarine doing 20 knots from 1 mile away? That kind of eludes my understanding. As for the area here, this is also quite peculiar. Because I've combed the area quite intensively. And found nothing. Just nothing. That submarine has to be around there somewhere, but I don't know where. So I've told a couple of helicopters to go home. They're resupplying, they're rearming, they're refueling. And once they're ready, we're going to send them right back out. Okay, 2 more torpedoes from Medfox in the water. Now we lost him entirely. Potentially acquired. There. There! Get him! Now I'm feeling a bit more confident about this thing actually hitting, but until I see it connect, boom. I'm not 100%. Because he just shook off that torpedo somehow. Beats me how. Okay. Yeah, let's just throw an intermittent active spread. Let's see if we can keep an eye on him. He's on a course of 301 northwest. He's coming up though. Holding at 110. This one's below the layer, that wouldn't pick him up. Give me an above the layer one. These two are way too deep. They're all way too deep. That's why they can't find anything. Gotcha. Right there. If only I could tell these Mark 46s where to go. 1. Not attack the position, I just need to attack this sub. So Charlie 2. You came up. So he might be dying. Because they don't do that unless they're dying. Mad Fox, finish him off. For fuck's sake, dude. Roger, turn 057. Turn around. What? Engage Thank you. Come around. Come around. Faded. This is possibly one of the most difficult submarines encounters I've had lately. Very elusive contact. There he is. Gotcha. Very elusive. Right on the missile bay. I think those aren't going to work anymore. He still has propulsion. Okay, once more alive and in color. Go. He's just continuing to move around. Propulsion, unaffected. Flooding, not affecting him by the looks of it. He's holding depth. So depth control is not affected. Mark it. There. You got an... The Heart's active sonar picked that up. But a passive buoy 2 miles away didn't. Wow. Okay. Pursue and eliminate with vigor. You're probably out of buoys, but you got 2 torpedoes. Off you go. Weapon away, says Golden Swordsman. I'd love it if you could click on this and it would also jump over to that part of the map. As opposed to just select the unit. Torpedo in the water. Get him, get him, get him. He's dead! Finally. Okay, go help out here. In case you need to. Because we might need to get some additional sonar buoys and or torpedoes dropped. There we go, we hit him again. That thing's positively dead. Both weapons away. Oh, you're the... This is going to be poetic justice, if it works. Because these torpedoes are the last ones that were loaded aboard the Rents. This is the surviving Sea Sprite from the Rents. So this is justice for the Rents. If it hits. And I think it will. I think it will. Not sure why these two are so much easier. 1, 2. Small diesel electric like that? You're not going to survive that. You're going to be pretty done. Just to be on the safe side. And have somebody else stand by and engage him. Yeah, let's just fly right in there. He's not coming up for air yet. No emergency blow. So he's... Oh, never mind. There he is. Ren, snap a selfie. Stop. Let's see. I have to give him some time to come up. Stop. 160 feet. He has to be right down there. There he is. Unknown submarine contacts in location plotted. At least 2 submarines located. Proceed south-southwest. What? There's more? What? Really? There's another one there? Oh. Good lord. Okay. Yeah, we got him. Tango's eliminated. Now, that leaves the Yorktown and the Heart with additional huntings. Okay. And I thought, we got the 3rd submarine. We're done. No, we're not. No, we are not. We're still gonna have to hunt a submarine here and a submarine there. Alright, let's get to it. Quite a lot later, I'm still combing out the datum A01. I'm running with the assumption that B01 had the Victor 3 in it. Had. These things are going to try and breach the GIUK gap, so they're heading northeast, southwest, right? That means I need to scout out the southern perimeter first. But what if, like the Victor 3, they're not there anymore? What if they've already moved southwest? That's why I have the Rogers as well as the Underwood sailing around at 6 knots. I am going to activate their sonar before I forget. Your towed array is below the layer. Activated. Underwood. Towed array above the layer, but not active. I'm going to start combing out this southern bit, if you will, southwest of it. Because I'm thinking just expanding the pattern into this direction serves two roles. One, it might find the submarine. Two, if it doesn't find the submarine, it creates a sort of safe area where I know there is no submarine and where I can send Surface Action Unit Alpha. These guys are running into a bit of a problem. You see, this is quite the trek for the helicopters. So just getting there typically costs them a lot of fuel. Meaning that this helicopter here was only able to drop 3 or 4 buoys, and then it was RTB because it ran out of fuel. Mad Fox is over there, has fuel for, I don't know, years, and unfortunately doesn't really have a lot of sonobuoys left. I'm going to keep those sonobuoys on it until such a time as when I actually have something to hunt, where I can potentially throw some active buoys in the water, and then the last 2 of her Mark 46 torpedoes. So I'm hopeful that this is going to yield a submarine, because otherwise the search radius is just getting worse. There is so much water that I need to clear. And clearing it with helicopters is doable, yes. But the amount of time that it takes is very high. Let's put it that way. It's costing you a lot of time doing it. Alright, let's send this helo here. You're going to start dropping. Also, the water is still pretty choppy, which means that a spread between sonobuoys of about 5 to 7 miles might be too much. A submarine could slip through, but they could even slip through here. As we have seen, sometimes all you get is about 0.7 miles of range on a sonobuoy. Try to get more, and you'll just not detect anything. Oh! Called it. He is not there anymore. Where's he going? Course 209. He's heading southwest. Just there. Haha. Oh, it's so... so nice to be able to get some sort of prediction going. Like, yeah, he might be around there, considering the behavior of his friend. And the behavior of Charlie 2 is heading west. Yes. Yes. Let's go hunt this guy down. Now, one helicopter that has a limitless supply of fuel is the one which was boarded, or which was part of the Rensis crew. And much like a dog, which kind of lays down at the grave of its owner, the helicopter here is doing the same thing. Not for any poetic reasons, but because I told it to, because I can't park it anywhere else. The interesting thing is, once a helicopter that has no home runs out of fuel, it just goes, nah, whatever. And it just keeps up there. It stays airborne. Which works for me. I mean, I think it's perfectly fine. But of course it is a bit weird that we still have fuel when supposedly the fuel has run out. Ideally, I would retask this bird and have it go somewhere else and land, but there are no other positions for this thing to land. So that means I don't really have anywhere for it to go. That means it's just kind of gonna hover here. Although I bet I could fly it back to the US if I really wanted to. Here, just start flying. ETA? I don't know, sometime tomorrow. No, of course Scotland's gonna make a bit more sense. Now, let's go pursue this thing. What are we hunting? Oh, it's a boomer! It's a Delta 3 or a Yankee. That's going to require a substantial amount of torpedoes. We have 4 of them available, 6 if you count this helicopter, 8 if you count the other Sea Spray. Everybody converge. Let's go hunt this thing. We're on the kill phase now. I have loaded out a whole lot of sonobuoys around this guy just to prevent him escaping, or at least that's the plan, but so far they have been pretty slippery and made a few escapes. So this time around I'm hoping that this contact, being much larger than its friends, is going to have a bit of a harder time hiding. Let's see if these torpedoes are going to lock on. Yes. They seemingly have it. Submarine maintaining 20 knots. Hello, big guy. Yeah, I could have told you that. Okay. Look at the size of this thing. Look at the size of this thing. Alright. That's 1. 2. Ought to put at least a dent in their adventure. But this is a big guy. He might not go down without a fight. There we go. The active boys picked him up. Throw both of your torpedoes on him. Get him. 1, 2, away. No, you don't get to go home yet. No, 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 no. I'm gonna just saturate the area with sonobuoys in case he does try to make an escape. 2 torpedoes chasing the boomer. Looks like we're gonna get 2 more hits here. Port side this time. Hit. Hit. Propulsion cut. Get some distance. Actually, he might come up. Yep, he's coming up. There you go. Good land. Good work, Commander. SOS is reporting 4 independent implosions. Assess all submarine operating in the area have been neutralized. We are to be directed to Reykjavik for rest and refit. Yeah. So, that was an interesting mission. Sadly, with the loss of the Rents, strategically trading 4 submarines for 1 frigate, I think is a pretty good trade. Thank you for watching. It was a long mission. I hope you've enjoyed, and I'll see you soon for more.